Hello, everybody. Welcome to the very first episode of What is the Best Match? I am one of your hosts, Daniel, joined by my other two hosts.
It's Berman.
Hi, Chris again.
So today we have 16 matches in a tournament. And we're going to be talking about all these 16 matches. These are 16 matches that have all happened in WWE's history. And this is going to be a tournament. If you guys want all the matches that we are using in this tournament, look in the description below. I'm telling you, I'll have every single match in this tournament from round one to the end listed in the description below. Keep that in mind. So yeah, think about it. All from WWE's/WF's history. And we're starting off with 16. Then it's going to go to 8. Then it's going to go to 4. Then it's going to go to 2. And then it's going to go to 1. The one and only best match possible out of the 16 in this tournament. And that's going to be the rules for this series. We'll be doing it for not just WWE. We'll be doing it for AEW, for New Japan, other places as well. So be on the lookout. Now, let's dive in to this tournament. All right. So, the first matches we have to decide between here is for the WWE Championship. Randy Orton versus John Cena. Bragging rights 2009 and a 1-hour Iron Man match. And the second match is Shawn Michaels versus Triple H in an unsanctioned match, which was also Shawn Michaels' return match after 4 years of being retired. And it was at SummerSlam 2002. Now, in my opinion, the bragging rights match Cena and Orton had is easily the best match Cena and Orton had together. Now, the chemistry they have in the ring is consistently solid, and this match was definitely the best they offered. When you think about all the extreme spots, how psychopathic Randy Orton was in this match, the man literally attempted murder with, the stage stuff. Like, he was basically taking the pyro, and he was basically trying to use it to destroy John Cena, and that was a crazy moment. You also had the AA countered into the RKO, which is honestly one of the most smooth and sick counters I've seen between these two. And yeah, you have outside interferences, but all of them made sense, and all of them had a reason to happen. And yeah, I think it is a fantastic match. But then we go to Michaels and Triple H in that unsanctioned match. Now, this match to me has next level heel work, just like the last match. Randy Orton being a psychopath and trying to destroy John Cena. Well, Triple H showing that he is an absolute narcissist by trying to destroy his best friend. He doesn't want anyone to succeed other than himself at this point in his career, because while the 4 years Michaels was gone, he got his time, he got his opportunity, he got the championships, and he wasn't getting all of that when he was with Shawn Michaels in DX. Michaels was the highlight. Trips kind of had to do the work after Michaels left. But yeah, both matches show excellent heel work, but it also shows excellent babyface work in John Cena and Shawn Michaels. In some weird ways, both these matches have some similarities, but if I have to be honest, which match is better? My vote is Shawn Michaels versus Triple H.
Yeah, for me, I do love that Randy Orton versus John Cena match, but I have a personal preference for older matches, older style matches, and I really always loved it too. Shawn Michaels versus Triple H will get my vote too because I really love that match.
Is there anything else to say, bro? As much as I love Randy Orton's antics, it's gonna got nothing on two friends, former friends fighting each other in an Extreme Rules Angel section match. Like, come on, it's a classic, man.
Yeah, that's fair. All right. Shawn Michaels versus Triple H advances to the second round. Now, the second selection. CM Punk versus Jeff Hardy for the World Heavyweight Championship at SummerSlam 2009 in a tables, ladders, and chairs match. Or AJ Styles versus John Cena at SummerSlam 2016. Now, if you were to pull up to my face and say these are the two best SummerSlam matches of all time, I would take that take seriously because both these matches are the absolute definition of incredible. You got Punk versus Hardy, which is not only amazing from a bump standpoint, like you got Jeff missing a splash through a table, Jeff doing a swanton off a ladder through the announcer's table. You got CM Punk also doing some crazy and good stuff, and also just being the heel that he was. The match is fantastic, and genuinely one of my favorite World Heavyweight Championship matches from the WWE. But there's AJ Styles versus John Cena. And at this time, Cena was slowly fading into the part-time Cena. And basically, AJ Styles wanted exactly what John Cena had, the reputation. He wanted to be the company's top guy. And the only way you can really do that is by beating the company's top guy. And AJ did it here, and he did it clean. And in my opinion, it is near damn perfection. And if you ask me, this is probably up there as my favorite SummerSlam match of all time. I love both matches to death, but if I have to choose one, my answer is AJ Styles versus John Cena at SummerSlam 2016.
Yeah, for me, it's an easy choice for me because I did love the CM Punk champ, but I always loved in my time trying to get back. I was going to get back into wrestling this part two, but it was probably one of my favorites was John Cena versus AJ Styles. Probably one of the best matches of that year, I would say.
Same here too. As much as I like TLC matches, it's not going to compare as to AJ versus Cena because let's be real here, dude. That is an absolute classic of old to new. Because you pretty much have everyone expecting AJ to lose to Cena. It just surprised all of us by beating him clean with his phenomenal forearm. And not only that, the match itself is just so damn good, bro. The amount of quality. Sure, it's not gonna be everyone's cup of tea. It's a little slow, but dude, when it cooks, it cooks. And out of these two, I'd rather do that kind of match than TLC matches. So I'll give it to AJ versus Cena.
All right, AJ and Cena advance to the second round. Now, we got the most critically acclaimed Raw match in history, John Cena versus Shawn Michaels, versus the most critically acclaimed SmackDown match in history, Brock Lesnar versus Kurt Angle in a 1-hour Iron Man match for the WWE Championship. Now, Cena and Michaels had an amazing match. Nothing to take away from them, all right? But Brock versus Kurt is an all-time classic. This is the perfect final match for a trilogy. Just magnificent. And honestly, I'll go as far as to say it's one of the best team matches of all time. So, the point, I got to give it to Kurt and Brock.
Yeah, for me, it's an easy choice for me because I probably love this one more than anything else. Is that Brock Lesnar and Kurt Angle? And the special thing is that this is going to be the only time you're going to see Brock Lesnar do this shit. You don't see Brock Lesnar do anything or make any good effort in any matches today. So this is the only time you can see Brock Lesnar do some crazy shit in this match. So I gotta take that. I gotta take Brock versus Kurt.
Same, dude. Even though there is that infamous botch that Bark does, I'm not gonna take away from the match. That shit was awesome. If you can attend to. I mean, I know the Rock match was a classic and all, but come on, man. It's Borg versus peak Kurt Angle. Like, dude, you can't go wrong with that.
Huh. Well, all right. Now, we move on to the next one. Since Brock and Kurt just advanced, we got two WrestleMania main events. Sasha Banks versus Bianca Belair for the SmackDown Women's Championship, WrestleMania 37 Night 1, or Randy Orton versus Batista versus Daniel Bryan for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, WrestleMania 30. Now, the triple threat is phenomenal. Okay? It really is. And it's definitely that huge moment for Bryan that he deserves. But I don't think it's perfect. The Sasha Bianca match, however, is perfect. From every little thing that it's done, it is the definition of a star-making performance, a star-making match for Bianca Belair. And if you look back and saw the thousands and thousands of screaming fans to that match, you'll know it was just as much of a masterpiece as I did. And Bianca Belair got her moment rightfully deserved. Call me crazy, folks, but I'm giving my vote to Sasha versus Bianca.
Yeah, this one's an easy one because it was hard. It was actually no, sorry. It was actually hard because I actually loved the Randy Batista and Daniel Bryan because of the whole special moment with Daniel Bryan. But I think Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair did this way better than the other one. I think it was so much fun. So I'm gonna give this to Sasha Banks and Bianca. And funny enough, it's always funny to me when I say that because I give so much shit to Bianca because right now I just get super sick of her in a lot of matches, and I'm happy that she's not champion anymore. That's why I was thinking to myself. So it was funny, but still, I think it was probably one of the best matches that Bianca had. So I give that.
You guys are crazy. Listen, I understand the importance of Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair, but you're telling me that Daniel Bryan isn't a better masterpiece just of the amount of crap he was going through, and he fought the same night while getting his leg broken and miraculously recovering and kicking both of
Hold
their
on.
asses and taking the titles.
Hold on. This isn't comparing Daniel Bryan's moment to Bianca's moment. This is comparing the match quality, and the match quality was simply Sasha versus Bianca.
Yeah, it was fine. It was a beautiful moment. It was a good match. But the match quality for Bryan was amazing. You got two superstars going at it. Some shenanigans. This is literally peak wrestling 101.
I'm not
This
saying
is
it
the kind of
wasn't, but
BS that we need for entertainment, story wise, and just the amount of hypeness. You get three legends over two. So that's always going to be a better choice for me.
oof. Well, 2-1 though. Sasha Bianca advance.
Nah, fake news, dude.
So we move on to the fifth selection. Ooh, this is interesting. Bret Hart versus Shawn Michaels, WrestleMania 12, 1 hour Iron Man match. Or Bret Hart versus Stone Cold Steve Austin, WrestleMania 13, no DQ submission match. That is not easy, folks. That is not easy one bit. You know what? I'm going to switch it up here. I'm going to let Berman and Chris give their votes first.
Bussin'.
This is, why you put me on the spot, man? It's gonna hurt for me to pick because I actually do love both of them, but there's one that kind of puts more a special thing for me. Both of them have very fun things, but there's only one that I think gives it the number one, and that is Bret Hart versus Shawn Michaels.
Damn, dude. Like, I don't mean to disagree with you, Birdman. I love that match. But let's be real here. That Stone Cold Steve Austin match goes harder. The amount of blood and hardcore matches that went to sure you get Bret and Shawn Michaels is good for its time and it still holds up as the best thing ever. But compared
Yeah.
to the brutality that Stone Cold and Bret Hart delivered, it's just there's nothing that's gonna outdo it. That is the definition again of peak wrestling. Not only the fact that Stone Cold turned heel on one of the most important nights ever, signing with the corporate boys. It's just wild, man. I guess it's
Oh, yeah,
more
I
of a
think you're getting confused there.
okay, well, different night. Point being, this match was lit, but it really depends what more of a wrestling fan you are. So, Daniel, do you like the old school or do you like the hardcore more?
So, if you guys are wondering why I did this selection here with 2 Bret Hart matches, I want to say something funny. People actually think Bret Hart is overrated. Not a lot of people, but there are those people.
Ooh.
And I did this on purpose to show how fucking stupid those people are.
Who said that?
So yeah, people who don't know wrestling said
Okay.
that. That's my answer. If you're out here and don't see how good Bret Hart was, you really don't know a fucking thing about this. And I mean that respectfully. Maybe not. It doesn't matter. Point being is that we have two classics here. And if you think about it, ironically, both these matches are star-making matches. And they're both involving Bret Hart. I wonder how they were both star-making matches. I really wonder how. Seriously, Bret Hart is one of the best of all time. And yeah, I love the hardcore match that Stone Cold and Bret Hart did. Not only because it's hardcore, but it's because it's an amazing double turn. The best double turn in wrestling history, with Bret becoming the vicious heel and Stone Cold becoming the face, fighting through the blood and the pain. It's an amazing story on top of the violence. But then you go to the Iron Man match as well. It's just as classic as it gets. The first ever Iron Man match. They go over 60 minutes without even being able to score a single fall on the other. And somehow, some way, the match ends up being as good as it is the entire runtime. But I have to think, for a long before this all started, God damn, I put you two on the spot because I haven't even made my decision yet, to be flat out honest with y'all. Like, this is, at first, I thought it was safe and secure that I was going to give it to Bret and Shawn, but then the more I'm thinking about it, it's like, fuck, I don't really know here. But you know what? I'm going to force myself here. If I had a gun to my head, which one do I have to pick? I'm picking Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels.
Damn. But I understand.
I know, man.
I understand.
I know. I don't want to discredit the other match because that's a masterpiece too. But there's something special about this Iron Man match. I don't know. Well, now this next one is going to be very interesting. The sixth selection. We got John Cena versus Randy Orton versus Edge versus Shawn Michaels. Or, oh yeah, and I forgot that Fatal 4-Ways for the WWE Championship. Or, in a hardcore match, Edge versus Mick Foley. Now, I don't know how else to say it. When you have a Fatal 4-Way with Cena, Orton, Edge, and Michaels, of course you're going to get a banger. Of course you are. But, if I have to be brutally honest with y'all, I think this Fatal 4-Way is slightly overrated. Just a tad. Because it is a lot of fun.
What?
It's an amazing match.
What do you mean it's overrated?
Because people try to act like this is the best Fatal 4-Way match of all time, and I don't think it is. At least not in my opinion. I think there are better Fatal 4-Ways out there. And, yeah. If you compare this to the hardcore match, the spear through the table, Lita even getting involved in some hardcore bits, Mick Foley being the typical psychopath that he was, putting on another masterpiece, per usual for Mick Foley. And yeah, Mick Foley doesn't have to do it with high spots or anything. He can just do it through intensity and telling a good story. And that's exactly what happened here. I gotta give it to Edge and Mick Foley, man. That's the match that is advancing for me.
Yeah, this is. It's not actually. I'll probably do. I'm gonna go over the Edge and Mick Foley too myself because I actually love the Mick. I think Mick Foley is always the person. I always feel like Mick Foley is always underrated for me. I don't know why, but I think Mick Foley is just so he does so much crap that's so extremely dangerous and stuff to me. I don't know why. So I'm gonna go Edge and Mick Foley.
You know what? Before Chris goes, I absolutely agree with that take, Berman. Because I always felt like Mick Foley was like the third unsung hero of the Attitude Era, right behind Stone Cold and The Rock.
Yeah. So yeah, I always feel like it's just underrated. I don't know why, but I just remember. I think why I'm kind of made. Just a fun thing is that why Mick Foley gives me. I kind of always love him now. It was Undertaker kind of made him because it's Undertaker versus Mick Foley in the Hell in a Cell. That makes me just love Mick Foley ever since I just watched that specific match. Like, that's dedication at its finest.
I understand, bro, but you can't tell me that there was more insane spots in this fatal four-way of Super Cena coming to become a Super Saiyan, hitting his finisher on two dudes, and not to mention the crazy ass ending of Randy hitting his RKO, then Shawn Michaels finally super kicking Cena into the collapse Randy Orton for the accidental win. And it's just so much chaotic crap happening in this match, bro. Like I understand the Mick Foley and Edge, Lita, but as for which one's more entertaining for me, I'm gonna give it to the Fatal Four Way.
All right.
That is
It is 2-1 though.
it's not overrated. You're overrated. That match is awesome.
Well, I apologize for offending you, Chris.
I'm triggered.
Now, let's move on to Selection 7. Both WrestleMania Women's Championship matches. Becky Lynch versus Bianca Belair, WrestleMania 38, Night 1 for the Raw Women's Championship. Or Charlotte Flair versus Asuka, WrestleMania 34 for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Now, both these matches are amazing. You guys hear me kind of crap on Charlotte Flair a lot. But there was a solid period of time where I have to give Charlotte that credit. I'd say from 2014 to around 2018, she genuinely gave us some bangers. She did. Now that only happens every once in a blue moon, but back then that would happen on the regular. And yeah, this is one of the best women's matches in recent memory for WWE, Charlotte versus Asuka. And there's just a major problem I have with it. The verdict. The result. Charlotte being the one to beat Asuka's 2.5-year undefeated streak was not the right call. To this day, I still think it should have been Ember Moon. But besides that, I'm going to ignore that factor because it was an amazing match. But I don't think it was as amazing as Becky Lynch versus Bianca Belair. You got a story going all the way back from SummerSlam. And I remember SummerSlam night, there were a lot of people upset at how Bianca got squashed, and they thought it was over for Bianca. And in my head, I knew they had a plan. I knew there was no way they were going to write off Bianca like that. And oh boy, they did not. Because after this WrestleMania win, she went on to have the longest reigning Raw Women's Championship reign of all time. So, that kind of says it all, doesn't it? I kind of saw it all before it even happened in a way. And I love the match. I really love the match. So, I'm going to give it to Becky and Bianca because unlike the other match, the right person won here in this match. And that's what's up.
Yeah, for me, it's again, it comes back to I give too much shit to both of them actually now, but I think it was probably one of the best matches, and I still say it's probably best women's match for WrestleMania. Becky Lynch versus Bianca Belair, who I shit on a lot, but this match was very good for them.
And honestly, I'm comfortable to say that Becky Lynch versus Bianca Belair because I was there live when they buried her like that in 10 seconds, and I'll never forgive them for that crap. But this match absolutely killed it. I mean, as much as people dislike Becky Lynch's like heel character during the time, it was a good showcase for her, and god damn it, it was another way to build back credibility for Bianca Belair because these women absolutely beat the crap out of each other. And not only that, it was a damn fine match. So again, I'm gonna give over to the Charlotte Flair because I'm not a big fan of Charlotte Flair's wrestling style. It's very boring and uninspired. And if anything, Asuka's the one that carried that match. Let's be real here.
So it's 3-0, Becky, Bianca.
Yep.
All right. Now, these next two matches, when I think about tag team wrestling, at least in the modern age, these are the two matches I think of. New Day versus the Usos in a Hell in a Cell match for the SmackDown Tag Team Championship at Hell in a Cell 2017. versus the Usos versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn for the undisputed WWE Tag Team Championship, and it was the main event of WrestleMania 39 Night 1. Now, I think both these matches are perfect. Both these matches are 10 out of 10s in my book. New Day and the Usos, in my opinion, had the best rivalry in all of WWE in the year of 2017. But this match in particular is their best. You just had a lot of great spots, and you couldn't have asked for a match that's more competitive than that one. But the story involved with the Usos versus KO and Sammy is just special. It's really special. It's next level. And as a matter of fact, it's one of the best matches I've seen throughout this entire year. From WWE specifically, probably the very best. So my vote is going to Usos versus KO and Sammy.
Yeah, for me, this is it's kind of hard because I usually loved both matches, but there's one I like more because of the story. Usos versus Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn.
Man, I've watched both of these matches, and at first I was like, why the hell is the New Day versus Usos even on this list? There's no way they can compete, and I was damn wrong. But I have to go. I know I'm such a hypocrite for this because I shit on Daniel all the time for picking. For it's like, why would anyone care about storylines over the actual wrestling? Well, god damn it, the Usos versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn was the best of both worlds, and I'm picking that over the New Day versus Usos. Just for the
I can
fact,
agree with that.
uh-huh, because just for the fact that New Day versus the Usos could have been, I know it was like almost 30 minutes longer, but it was just more of a fun match than more than anything. Because I didn't believe for a fact that the New Day were going to kick their asses in one way bit. But with Usos and Sami Zayn, that was a damn possibility. And they're reigning as the titles for like, who knows, how many, 4 years straight since they held those tag team titles?
They held the tag titles for over 600 days, so somewhere between a year and a half and 2 years.
No, 2 years. Point being, I have to give it to Usos versus Kevin Owens because that shit was storytelling perfection.
Let's see. So we have Usos versus KO and Sammy. Moving on to the next round. But now we begin round 2. So we have 8 matches remaining, and I'm very interested to see how this ends. So I have round 2 posted in the chat now. Now let's begin. Shawn Michaels versus Triple H, SummerSlam 2002 unsanctioned match, or AJ Styles versus John Cena, SummerSlam 2016. Ah, man, I love both these SummerSlam clashes. I really do. Both are masterpieces, in my opinion, but I gotta remember here, I can only watch one of these matches for the rest of my life. Which one am I choosing out of these two? My answer is going to be Shawn Michaels versus Triple H.
Yeah, this is very hard too because both I do love, man. But for one, I think I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna do the same thing that Danny has. Shawn Michaels versus Triple H. Too.
Same, bro. I mean, I know it's hella unfair to compare it, but come on, bro. The Shawn Michaels vs. Triple H is the best story, the best fighting style, and the best kind of rule set.
Fair enough. 3-0. Now this. Oh my God. This next match.
Don't you pick the wrong one. I'm gonna be so
Brock
triggered if you pick the wrong one.
Lesnar versus Kurt Angle in the Iron Man match for the WWE Championship, SmackDown 2003, or Sasha Banks versus Bianca Belair, WrestleMania 37 Night 1. Oh my gosh, I actually feel bad for Sasha versus Bianca, man. The setup, the holy setup. Yeah, I gotta give it to Brock and Kurt.
Yeah, same thing. I actually, it's kind of like a massacre for them. There's nothing can stand up against that. Brock Lesnar versus Kurt is a great match, so I gotta stay with that.
Good that you chose correctly because that is also my choice. There's not a comparison. that Sasha Banks versus Bianca Belair is a Java match compared to
A,
Kurt.
ch-
Per
a
Kurt,
Chaba match.
and you're broke.
Oh, L take. No, not just playing. Let's move on. Okay, this is hard. Holy shit. Bret Hart versus Shawn Michaels. WrestleMania 12, first ever Iron Man match, 1 hour Iron Man match for the WF Championship, or Edge versus Mick Foley, WrestleMania 22 for the hardcore match. Oh my gosh, I hate that I even have to do this one. Damn it, I don't have an answer yet. All right, Furman, Chris, you guys take this one.
Oh, this is hard for me. But I think because I'm a fan of this more, I'm gonna go for Edge versus Mick Foley because I think I just like how extreme it was and everything. So I think I would give the best match for me Edge Mick Foley.
Bro, you're crazy. The Montreal Screwjob over just a regular ass Hell in the Cell. Well, the Hell in the Cell, but you know what I mean.
It's not the Montreal Screwjob.
Okay, whatever. Point being, I'm sorry, I get this confused. References confused. I gotta go with the classics, bro. Nothing's topping that. Because that's literally peak 80s wrestling right there, dude.
So 1-1 is what I'm hearing?
Yes.
God damn it. I really did not want that to happen. But hey, we are here, people. So, god damn. I love both these matches. All right, people. Don't hate me.
We're waiting. We don't got all
Fuck.
day.
I know we don't have all day. God, this is tough. This is so tough. All right, you know what? Edge and McFoley.
Bruh. That's all I gotta say to you.
Well,
Bruh.
so we have 3 matches advanced to the semis, but now our final quarterfinal. Becky Lynch versus Bianca Belair, or Usos versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. To make this quick, I love both matches. I'm going to Usos versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn.
Same thing happened with the Brock Lesnar and Kurt Angle selection. It was a massacre at the start. It's Usos definitely versus Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn for me.
Same. There's no competition, dude. You got no job of match.
You know what I realized?
No, don't say it. You
You
can't,
call-
no, you can't say it because you're like it's because they're women, so obviously they don't compete. Don't even fucking
No.
go there.
No, I'm going to go there because you call both women's matches jobber matches, and you haven't called any of the men's matches jobber matches yet.
They're not. They're more important.
No, that's BS.
They're more important.
That's absolute BS. Both
They're
all the women's
important.
matches have importance.
I
That's
know,
BS.
But listen, man, they got the purpose. Historically, I get it. It was an awesome moment. But let's be real here. It's man time.
Oh my god.
You want to watch women's wrestling? Go watch Stardom. Like a weeb. We're here to watch men wrestling. That's what it's about. I'm gonna get canceled for this shit.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are down to 4 matches. So, in the first semifinal, it is going to be Shawn Michaels. I'm going to let you guys go first on this one. Shawn Michaels versus Triple H at SummerSlam 2002 unsanctioned match, or Brock Lesnar versus Kurt Angle in the 1 hour Iron Man match for the WWE Championship.
Oh, this is hard as hell, dude.
You know which one's the right choice.
What, Chris?
Stormy, you know which is the right choice.
No, I don't
Yes,
because
you
I have
do.
both are fun, but I don't know.
Which one's peak?
I think I gotta go with Shawn Michaels Triple H.
God damn it, dude, Bourbon.
Why are you picking Chris?
I think you know my answer is, man. You already know about the Perk Angle life.
Oh God, you guys are making me do this one to watch it again. Well,
You deserve it if you put us in the beginning.
yeah, I set y'all up. It's fine. Shit, dude, I
Furman
don't
may have
know.
picked wrong, but you don't have to pick wrong, Daniel.
What's your response to that, Vermin?
Just pick which one you love more.
All right, see the fair response. So, oh God, oh God,
No.
I'm gonna go with Brock and Kurt Iron Man match.
Yes. Yes.
Well, I think they're both literally a part of my top 10 best matches ever, so that was not easy. Oh Lord. All right, next semifinal: Edge versus Mick Foley, or Usos versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Both are absolute classics, okay, people? Don't get it twisted. But I'm gonna give it to the Usos versus KO and Sammy.
That's kind of hard because I like both of them too. I think I'm gonna go for. I'm gonna go for Edge and Mick Foley.
Furman, why? Why you do this? Why must you start a civil war in this channel? Because I can't believe I'm saying this, but the Usos matches are go more harder than the so-called classics, because the classics don't got shit on this modern match, because that is literally definition of storybook telling, chemistry. I waited goddamn months to see this match, and they delivered. I thought Sami Zayn was gonna be a joke. I never understood him, and I know who I'm gonna pick to win this damn tournament.
Well, you guys see the final match?
Yeah.
Sammy KO versus Usos has advanced to the finals.
Yeah.
And its opponent is Shawn Michaels versus Triple H. For the final selection, I'm letting you two go first.
And with that choice again. This is hard, but I do love my oldies, so I gotta go Shawn Michaels, Triple H again.
It's time to move on, Bourbon. It's time to go with a modern take. So, Daniel, which one's better?
You're picking Usos versus KO and
Fuck
Sammy?
yeah, I am, dude. That shit goes way harder.
Okay. Well, this isn't easy, folks. The final pick. I determine who wins this entire tournament. Now, Triple H, Shawn Michaels. And the tag match, Usos versus KO and Sammy, are both perfect. The storylines are perfect. The conclusions are perfect. Everything about both matches are perfect. But I don't believe in draws, people. I'll never, ever do a draw. Because of that, I have to pick one. And my answer is Shawn Michaels versus Triple H. SummerSlam 2002 unsanctioned match.
I quit. I
Is
quit
your
the channel.
it's your official winner of this 16-match tournament.
That's it. I'm calling the words of Daniel. I'm gonna get the gun. I'm gonna get the gun.
Listen, man, I love the tag match. All right, it's honestly the best tag team match of all time, or one of. But Triple H and Shawn Michaels literally might be in my top 5 matches ever. So that concludes it, people. Any final thoughts?
The right one. I think the right one won is probably one of the best matches of all time. Shawn Michaels, Triple H, man.
Nah, you guys really get nostalgia pick over this. You're doing this again. You are blinded
What do
by
you
your
mean?
nostalgia. It's time to
No,
move
we're
on.
not. It's the better match.
It's not the better match.
Yes, it is.
They fought like 3 times.
Who?
Shawn and Triple H. They fight like every
They
other
fought.
fucking week.
That's not true.
They
They
fight on
fought more than 3
NXT.
times, but they didn't fight every week.
They fight each other's wives. They fight over Stick Dana.
All right, you're going off topic, man.
Okay, man.
Point being, this is the right winner.
I'm calling a recount.
Huh.
Because
All
this
right,
is some
let's run up
bullshit.
the finals again. No, I'm just playing. Well, the next episode we're going to be doing is an AEW episode, so be on the lookout for that, people. And if you guys enjoyed this video, let us know in the comments below. And yeah, we'll be doing more of these in the future. So thank you all so much for watching. I've been Daniel.
I've been Berman.
That'd be Chris.
And we'll see you all in the next one. Take it easy.